Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to this short session on the snapshot of discussions which we had in HR. Just a small reminder about our midterm assessment, which is the part A of 13 to 1, which is fill in the blanks in true or false and as the following. Part B is going to be answering one out of two, and which is the 10 marks, and part C is just one case study. But I request all of you to be very careful and give more live corporate examples as much relevant to the questions asked and given in the syllabus copy. And if you don't have more corporate examples, I'm sure if you answer only theory, you get only 5 marks. That's 50% of your assessment. Otherwise, if you want to score more, you need to show more with corporate examples. And with regard to the syllabus copy, I'm sure we are doing a course on the foundations of psychology just with the first and the second unit as of now. And also you finished a course on human resources with the first and the second unit from this, which is getting along with our syllabus copy. When I say about corporate examples, I really want you people to have more of industry talks, industry examples. For example, you see 3 reasons why gender gap widens with age, and I'm sure when you see this research one from 2016 Glassdoor survey, you can clearly see why it's happening, what it's happening. You can also see PNB MetLife wins 2 honors in 2016 in the area of training and development. So we have a course topic on training and development, but why this has won 2 honors? So if you read this article or have an interview with some person in this organizations, maybe online or Skype or meet them in Chennai, we would get to know more so as to what best practices these people are doing across. And you see Tata Steel bags a global survey award in 2016. So why safety is a part of our course and safety is a part of HR, and then but Tata has been a role model for a lot of HR best practices in the world, even before any other industries have started the best HR practices. So this is how we need to read a syllabus, get into the real world as latest as possible. When we are doing a course on 2016, we need to do at least in this year or the years to come what HR has been changing across. Let's also just quickly take you through our course, what we studied and where we did. Let me just quickly take you through this multi-generation workforce. There are organizations who have started way back and they've learned ABCD in this way. But now the young multi-workforce generation, which is Millennium generation and Gen X and Gen Y mostly, the way they learn and the way they work is totally different. But HR is the same, the basics are the same, ABCD did not change, but it has become so digital, it has become so automatic, it has become so self-system support. So if the HR is not understanding the multi-generation workforce, which we discussed, and all this traditional generation management, if they don't understand these biggest chunk of workforce, which is Gen Y and Millennium, because their work styles are different, their work needs are different, their delivery styles are different, their needs are different. We also need to take care of this Gen Alpha, which is going to just come after 5-6 years into the workforce. So we understood this a little bit. We also did a little bit from this book on why you act the way you do, because I understand that before even understanding human resource, if I don't understand myself, who I am and what I am, I cannot even understand the other person. So we had a quick discussion on all these drivers and expressives and analytics and enables, why, what, where. And we cannot change people, but we can change ourselves according to the other person. So people don't quit people, but people quit organizations. So why does it happen and how can we reduce that? We also had a little discussion about this. Every person, especially in HR, we need to know a little bit about neuroscience, a bit of psychology, a bit of pedagogy. Peda is a word which is for children, but we will discuss about andro and andragogy, because we are going to work with adults in the organizations in the future. And any person who knows all the three, a bit of neuroscience, a bit of psychology, a bit of andragogy, I'm sure a combination of this three makes a beautiful learning, so as to how I can incorporate and understand people and then understand process. So we also discuss
So,
about the three domains in the brain, which is the affective domain, which takes care of our emotions and feelings, psychomotor, which takes care of our uh, physical movements, and cognitive, which takes care of our learning and memory. So if you take my example now, if I'm using my body language and if I'm uh, talking with you with my actions and my mouth and words, it's because of psychomotor. If I'm happy, that's because of affective domain. If I'm sad, it's because of affective domain. If I'm able to talk and give answers, it's because of this cognitive domain. So how all these three works together in a person on an everyday, every minute basis, and we need to understand to take care of this domain, very important, because this can have a counter effect on both of this, and we've discussed enough and more examples. And we also had a little study on how top research articles have come in HBR and how employee well-being drives profit. Now, HR is not just about those days ago, and it's about training and interview, recruitment, selection, training, induction, and well-being and component benefits and all this stuff. But now HR has become mostly the business partner. So not just the HR part of it, but then how well-being of people drives profit. Then a lot of good articles, and you just Google up, you get a lot of things now that the companies which takes care of the best HR practices and the best workplaces to work, they drive profits because all happy employees are productive employees. We also saw a little bit about the brain and the brain structures and the limbic system, which is more emotional, cognitive, memory, recognition, how all these things are linked together and how this has a cascading effect on each other. And I'm sure all these discussions we just had, so that you can just brush up. We also talked about training and ROI on investments and how an ROI is calculated with these formulas. We also have more discussions and working out exercises after our in the second part of our course. And so I hope this small session has just given you a little insights. We also discussed about I told you you need to have at least the top 20 economic countries, the capital, the currency, and you should know what time zones these are, because if you're sitting in Chennai in an office and your client is in US and your business partner is sitting in Europe and your programmer or the developer is sitting in, say, Australia, and you all of you have a call, you need to know what time zone and what country where and what time zones. We need to know that a little bit. Also, I gave you this xe.com, which is the world's trusted currency authority, which you can just immediately get any currency anywhere, because you may be sitting in India and you may be billing a client in the US, and maybe that's a dollar, but then today, what is a dollar, what is the exchange currency, and maybe you're billing after 1 year. So predicting all this exchange rates, timing, time zone, and countries of whichever corporates you work with plays a major role as a part of HR, because if we don't know this, I'm sure we are going to get a little challenging situation. So I hope this short discussions would definitely kindle your mind for us what we discussed, and I hope you'll do the best. Do your best, and let's have the best learning experiences here. Thank you so much.